So this is gonna be my first video, I guess, that I'll be making, and hopefully this will be something that I'll do a little bit more often. But it's crazy to think that tomorrow's a year, not a year, a month in my new position here at Beulah Baptist as the full-time youth pastor, and it's been a fun month so far. It's kind of funny your perspective of how you, I wouldn't say how you live life, but just how you go about your everyday life just changes. I feel you become a little bit more diligent in how you live, and get into the Bible and just all those little things of life that you hear your whole life. If you grow up in church, of you got to do this, you got to do that, you need to be in this, you need to be in that, you need to be surrounded by these people and that people, and we kind of just obviously just shrug it off a lot of times. But once you get into that position, or if you actually take it to heart, you realize how impactful all of that is in your life. So this last month has been really good for me. Obviously still a human being, still someone that struggles each and every day. You have to make the effort to be intentional about how are you going to attack sin each and every day in your life. And so coming up, I think the next 2 weeks here at Beulah, I'm going to be teaching on Romans 12:9 through 21, and it's talking about the Christian ethics of kind of how to live life, and hopefully that will kind of lead us into camp. We go to camp on July 29th to Snowbird, camp that has impacted my life tremendously growing up. Love the camp, love what Birdie and everyone is doing down there, and so I kind of wanted to start making these videos, hopefully maybe to inspire people. Not a person, I'm not big into always giving very inspirational, motivational speeches or anything like that. But I love being able to get back into to help and to teach and things like that. Maybe concepts that people struggle with, and by no means, obviously, am I the smartest person. Do I have everything figured out? But I do enjoy trying to help people through these little things through life. And so I kind of wanted to start creating some videos that will be maybe helpful for people. And I think also it's a way to challenge myself to continue to grow, way to look back on my life and listen to myself and say, am I doing this? Am I doing what I'm preaching? Am I living out? And so for me, I guess this first video, I kind of want to hit on this concept of kind of, I guess, a touchy subject at times, and for me, it's hard because as Christians we're criticized all the time for what we believe, and if we have something to say that goes against the norm and against the world, we're kind of viewed as the enemy at times, and all we're doing is trying to explain to people what we believe, just like people are trying to explain what maybe they believe. And obviously we get offended at times when people say and do certain things, and as Christians we're supposed to they view that we're supposed to be able to just take it and not have any not, I don't want to say backlash, but any strife with them. And I think as long as you do it in that loving manner, Jesus didn't agree with everything that the Pharisees had to say, and he got attacked by them, but he stood tall, and he stood firm in what he obviously believed and who he was, and he went back and forth with them through his whole time that you read in the Bible. I mean, there's countless stories, right, that we hear about Jesus and the Pharisees, and they say this thing and he comes back, and obviously in a God-fearing, God-loving way, he explains to them what he believes and what is the truth, right? And for us, I think as you kind of go in your life, and if you deal with people who believe something different, or kind of don't agree and don't want to hear what you have to say, I think as long as you do it in a loving way, in a way that isn't condemning them or isn't putting them down, making them feel insignificant, I think is the best and proper way to go about it. It's okay to obviously to disagree with people in a lot of things, and I mean, I've been at fault for kind of being rash to obviously people I don't even know, but you kind of hear their perspective on life, and so it kind of fuels that fire within, and we kind of allow it to consume us a little bit, and that's just not who we're supposed to be. We're supposed to disagree, but in a loving way, in a biblical loving way that we're taught, and so for me, it's something that obviously I think something I have to grow and strive to do better, but I think that's something that we all as believers have to do, is to learn how to disagree, but in that proper loving manner that we can grow together, even with people who don't believe what we believe. And so I think as we continue on in this world together, I think obviously continue to surround yourselves with other people who believe what you believe. Don't feel like you ever have to do this stuff on your own. And these concepts are things that you probably have heard, you've learned, but how often do we not take what we learn and actually apply it to our lives? I encourage you guys to actually take this, to apply it, to actually seek out those, have those conversations with people that you have the same belief with, and people that maybe believe something different with you. Have a good conversation with them, learn a new perspective, learn some new ideas, but stay grounded in what you believe in. Like I said, hopefully this will be something that will become a normal thing for me, especially now being a youth pastor. You feel, I guess, a little bit more obligated, right, to want to share and to give back and to teach. But I want to challenge those who aren't in a pastoral leadership position to continue to be bold and to teach and to help lead others. You don't have to be in leadership to be a leader. You can be a leader no matter who you are. So just continue as believers. If you are a believer listening to this, be confident, be bold, stand for what you believe in, but do it in a God-loving way. Do it in a biblical loving way. Here in Romans, like I said, I'm going to be teaching on for the next 2 weeks. It says, love must be without hypocrisy. And then it goes down, and it says, be in agreement with one another. Do not be proud. Instead, associate with the humble. Do not be wise in your own estimation. And so it's just talking about learning how to live life with other people. It also talks about, here it says, do not lack diligence, be fervent in spirit, serve the Lord, rejoice in hope, be patient in affliction, be persistent in prayer, share with the saints in their needs, pursue hospitality, bless those who persecute you, bless and do not curse. It talks about here as well, show family affection to one another with brotherly love, outdo one another in showing honor. And so this whole concept right here that Paul is talking about is just showing love and being strong in who you are as a believer, but also be who you are, and don't back down from disagreement with people, but you have to do it with a loving way, that everyone that you come in contact with is family, is God's children, and he doesn't view them, he still loves them, he still wants and longs for a relationship with them, and so even though they believe something that we don't believe, doesn't mean we don't need to show them love, or we don't need to treat them the same way that we would treat someone that believes the same thing as us. So just continue on as you continue on in your everyday life. Just continue to learn to love people, to share God, share the gospel with people, and don't be afraid if they don't believe what you believe. It's okay. We're not all going to believe the same thing, but at least you're sharing what you believe. You're sharing the gospel. You're sharing what we believe is the truth. The word of God is the truth, and that's all you can do. So again, just hopefully, like I said, this will be something I'll do every now and then. Like I said, one for myself, just to challenge myself to be better, but also to challenge each other to be better, and to be bold, and to be confident in who we are. You guys have a great rest of your day. This is July 15th. Crazy to think the year's halfway through already, but continue on in whatever you're doing, whatever work you're doing, school, whatever it is. Just be a God-loving person to those who believe in the same thing you believe, but also who don't believe in what you believe. So have a great day. See you guys later on sometime, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. Bye.